Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It's Saturday, the 13th of January, 2024. For those we haven't seen yet, Happy New Year, and we want to welcome back our very dear friend, Jim Charles. Hi, Jim. How are you?
I am very good. Thank you. How are you?
Very good. Thank you very much.
And welcome, everyone.
Yeah, we have a full room. You've got some people in your room, so it's going to be a nice webinar. And also,
Yeah.
hi to everyone in the YouTube chat. The people we have in our room are Jim, of course, Angie, Barbara, Bola, Yana, Joan, Lilypad, Mary, Michael, Michelle, Radha, Susan, and Wendy. And more people coming in, so greetings to them. Who's in your room?
I have James, Will, and Donna.
Perfect. I see them. Hello, everyone. Okay.
Anyone back there?
Why don't we start with an announcement? Angie, are you good to go for that?
I'm good.
All right.
We have our Hucolo gathering scheduled for August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It is now just 7 months away. If you are interested, please email classes@hucolo.org. It is $6.95 a person, and it is all inclusive. And so if you're interested, again, email classes@hucolo.org. It is also on our website, humancolony.org, as well as our Facebook page. The registration form is in there. And so if you'd like to register, if you've got some questions about our gathering, this is a gathering on oneness and just coming together. We have many people that we have not met before, and we're very excited about meeting them.
Right. And I was going to tell you I had a request from Susan Bradshaw for you to get back in touch with her. So
Say that again.
Susan Bradshaw wants you to get back in touch with her about the gathering.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Good job, Ange. I know that was hard.
Yeah, thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Plus, bring your bathing suit. There is a lake there, and there is swimming, and they have a lifeguard and everything. And it will be summer, so it'll be excellent.
Be very cool. Okay, let's start with our blessings. We'll go Susan, Barbara, Michelle, Yana, just because you're in that order on my screen. So that's why I picked that order. Okay, and then just when after Jim does the interpretation, just go ahead and go. So Susan, Barbara, Michelle, Yana. Okay.
Sia kia kuto dia tia kuto hia ia tika kua ia tia ia tia kia tu ka ia tu kia tu kutka kia hi kua ia tia ia tia tu kuto ia tia kua ia tia kua ia sia ia o kia tia ia kia tu kuto ia tia hi sia. Blessings.
You are being given strength at this time to rise up, to do the things that you are meant to do the things that take courage. Rise up and you will know all these things around you that are meant to be for you and meant for you to teach others about. But the time is now for your strength and courage to be at optimum levels so that you may know and do what is necessary.
Sataka na hata hokotiana, pakata ata hanakiata tukusho, kasha ashaniana nakara, kotoro pahara hatikisi, kishini ana katoko shawati, hisi hata pikiri hata horoto, kinata. Namaste.
Give praise to God, for he is worthy to be praised, and you will find more strength and understanding in the light and in the understanding that he is willing and able to give you whatever you need to go forth. His will must be done, and it must be done in this era.
Morning. This one's from Father God. Tia kronira katara toro go dia darada. Tia koronira gada oro gorieta. tia karata oriaka iake kia karatoroto aragiada tia koroto. Namaste.
I bring you love and strength. Be not discouraged about the world around you, but be uplifted by the fact that I am here to help you and you are in my care. I am here to be with you, to let you know and give you wisdom about all things. My will be done, but you are part of that will, an important part as I see that you are the most important part. Yana?
Yeah, no, thank you. Orst hakanaka tartene ke etu ort onaka a te hanaya takatartene ke ort ustuko ort hente tu ort hantaya katana ete em haya kata ort oineka aeto tu ort ashtakata e ka hante o tu ort tu nuata per hast ante katort ante katu part hashtakata nada ya.
Each of you brings a higher vibration to the planet. Make sure that vibration is sustained so that other people can see it and understand that you are moving forward. As you rise up, you also bring those around you up with you. If they are connected in a soulful way with you, in a loving way with you, in a compassionate way with you, in a forgiving way with you, you will bring everyone around you into a higher realm of understanding and bring them into greater peace and love and understanding and compassion.
Thank you. Michelle, you already went. What am I saying? You went, you Father God. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I
Remember.
think everybody went.
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's start with the requests. We have Elijah, of course, and then Irma of the feline group. We have Siddhi from Sedona, the Elvens that are in Sedona. Marduk, the Sumerian serpent god. Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel. The consciousness of the archons. Dolores Cannon. And is there anyone else? I think that's it. Let me just check if there's anybody in the YouTube real fast. Grindel for an update on the fight against the dark. Someone wants, and someone requesting the fungi or the fungi collective, the mushroom collective on Earth. Mermaid collective. Yeah, those are the requests. And then also a request for an update about what happened in Miami. Okay.
Lots of requests today. Okay. One moment. Have a wonderful session, everyone. Think positive thoughts. Greetings, I am Elijah. Joy to you this day that you are still here and are acting in the ways that God wishes you to act and doing the things of God, because in God you have your freedom. Many people say that they have free will here on this planet, but God gives you even greater free will when you are in Him. When you give yourself over to Him, it is the truest kind of free will, because He is acting with you and through you and gives you that greater energy, that greater understanding of what is this world and how it works and how you are part of it. Remember, as you believe you have free will, or many of you think that you're in a prison planet, God frees you from all these things. No one can harm your mind because you are in God. God will not allow your mind to be taken over. He will not allow those that are looking to take over minds to use your mind against the world. But you are going to use your mind for the world and make the world a better place. It is a joyful time now. Great changes are happening. Great changes will continue to happen. Although they will not always seem to be positive, they will work out in a positive way. Many of you will be influenced by this year and all the things that will happen, but it will be in a positive way. You will grow, you will mature, and you will manifest many things. It is time for you to be mature. It is time for you to get away from just pretending that you know what you're doing into a place where you know that you are doing the right thing, into a place where you know that God is working with you, into a place where you know all is well with you in God. He is really working hard to bring forth that which is his will. You are his will. You are the pieces of the puzzle that must be put together. You are the light that must stream from the planet into the universe. You are the goal of all things. Remember that the universe looks at this planet in a different way than you might think. This planet, although non-harmonious at the moment, will come into a greater light and shine brightly and be the center of attention for a while. And it is what is meant to be. You are that bright light because the earth is already shining, but you must shine as well. Be blessed, my children.
Thank you.
Greetings. This is Dolores Cannon.
Oh my, wonderful. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you, and what an honor for you to be here.
Thank you.
So
It
you're-
is my wish that everyone has a good session and that they understand that anything is possible here. What questions do you have for me?
Well, Michael is the one that lovingly requested you, so I'll just turn it over to him. Go ahead, Michael.
Greetings, Dolores. I've been I can't read books, I have problems. But anyway, I've listened to a lot of your audios. And I just want to know if there's anything that you could say briefly about future events or any messages that would help everyone watching.
Very well. Future events are something that are not allowed to be spoken about in direct terms. I can tell you that the future is interesting and changing all the time. But what you need to know now is that the spiritual world is really making its way into your consciousness. Everyone has a spirit guides. Everyone is aware of them, I would imagine. And they are speaking to you right now in a very beautiful way, a very powerful way. And they are trying to tell you, or they are telling you, what you need to be doing at this time. Remember that meditation and prayer are very necessary for you to move forward. And remember that there is a part of you called the radiant self. The radiant self is part of you that needs to grow. It's part of your enlightenment. It's that small veneer around the surface of the body that shows your enlightenment, shows your radiance. And it is not the same as your aura, but it is part of that. And so you must start shining so that the world can see that. And I see that since I have been gone, others have taken my place in doing the work that I was doing, my daughter for one. And it is beautiful to see that people are being brought forth into a new understanding because of their spirit guides and because of those in spirit around them. Now, I don't think you realize this, my children, but there are many spirits around you. Many, many. This world is dense with spiritual beings, and not all of them are in the same density, of course, but they are here, layered on top, one on top of each other in all the different densities that there are. And so as you are aware that there are spiritual realms all around you, you must call on them and some of them are your spirit guides. I could talk about that all day, but I see when I was on the planet, on your planet, or my planet, whatever you want to say, that there was many times that secrets from the past have been brought forward, secrets that were never told before, but they fit perfectly in with the truth of an understanding of how the world works and how these beings existed in the past. And it is true that there are many lifetimes, and there I could go on and on all day about speaking about these things. It's very exciting to me that many people are learning more and more about these things.
And Dolores, I would like to ask, when you passed, where do you reside mostly? Like,
where do I reside now?
yes, are
I
you everywhere, or do you choose a nice
I
place? You know,
I am in another beingness. Let's call it that. It is not the same as a human being. It does not have the same qualifications as human, but it is spirit. It is that I am looking on and seeing what the truth is. There is so much to see out here, so much to understand, and it continues on and on. The information and wisdom and all these things just continue to take my breath away because I'm learning and learning and learning.
thank you so much.
You're
Blessings,
welcome.
Dolores.
Thank you. As a continuance of that question, of that statement you made, that there's so much more to know and experience, which we can't even imagine. Is there anything that you have taught that you would maybe modify now with your bigger, broader perspective from anything that you have taught in the past? Is there any wisdom that you can pass?
Yes.
Okay.
In my past, when I was doing my therapy on people, I was starting to bring through spirits from past lives, from other parts of the universe. It was not like I was bringing in through another life, another human life or another alien life, but spiritual lives as well can be channeled in through individuals. And these spiritual lives tell a great deal about what's happening out here and tell a great deal about how the person is and why they are here. Many of those that have spiritual paths that I have looked into are those that have volunteered to come to this planet to help this planet rise, to help this planet become brighter, to help this planet to know what they are doing and bring in greater understanding. So it is a beautiful thing that even the spiritual realms are volunteering to come here and be part of your world so that they can help you rise.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. Bola has a question. Go ahead, Bola.
You have
Thank
a question.
you. Hi, Dolores.
Yes, hello.
I do want to really give you permission to work with me, as you have said,
Oh, yes.
really modifying my own practice. So thank you. Thank you for saying yes. I do want to ask you a question. This is around the 144,000. What is your perspective on the 144,000?
The 144,000 has many different meanings to many different people. 144,000 are supposedly in one understanding, they are the from the 12 tribes of Israel, that 12,000 from each one of those, or something like that, that will be left on earth after many people have left, to be teachers of those who are less have not risen into the highest forms. The 145,000 are have also been known to be seen as those that are going to rise out of this planet, because they are the greatest spiritual beings here. There are many different understandings of the 144,000. What the 144,000 is actually a mystery, because only God knows who they are and where they will come from. It has been said they're going to come from here, there, and this place and that place, but God only knows where they come from. And I see that these people will be bright lights in the world. They will be teachers. They will be elevated. They will be enlightened, and they will actually be of great use to the planet for informational and spiritual growth. Now, I believe, in my own sense of spirituality, which I am, that it is already happening, that these people are on the planet, that most of them are still there, or most of them are here now.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming, Dolores. Thanks for answering my question and for working with me. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Obviously, it is pleasure. There a question back here?
There is a question.
I thought so.
Okay, great.
This is two questions that maybe they have something very closely related to. And the first question is that you stated that there are spirits that come and that wants to help. Are you speaking specifically that they just simply come through the body while you did your hypnosis, or that they are coming back to Earth continually?
Both. They come through the beings that I was working with in therapy, bringing the past lives to the present.
Okay.
And also, they are coming to the earth in other ways. People are starting to sense the spirits that are here. People are starting to sense that they are being guided and directed, and they're starting to speak to their spirits, and there are spirits all around. Now, they're starting to make themselves more known in the physical world, not as poltergeists, so to speak, or in that way, but as beings that want to help with enlightenment, beings that want to help with creative processes within you, beings that want to, help you to move from this place to this place. So, yes, the therapy still works. The quantum therapy is just amazing, and many people are using it, but it's working as well. But also, without that quantum therapy, there is still those that are finding spiritual relevance around them. When they are coming into a spiritual understanding, they are starting to feel a greater spiritual presence.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there another part to that question?
There's another part to it. Maybe it has something to do with it, but in my spiritual circles, there's talk about when people pass over, that they see a tunnel of white light, and that when they go toward the white light, it's just a trap to reincarnate continually, and that do not go toward the white light, because that's where you can maintain your wholeness and your continuation of wherever you would like to go.
All right. When you look into the bright light and you don't see anything, If you don't see anything in the bright light, don't go into it. If you see people at the other side of the bright light, go there because they're welcoming you into a new place. Now, some people say go into the void because that's where God is. God is in the void. God is in the void when you do your meditations. God is in the void, yes, always, because he is in a place of he came from the darkness into the light. He created the light, remember? And so many people believe that if you go to the darkness, you'll find the light. But be careful because some of these are ploys to keep you away from light. You must understand if you are going into the light and you see nothing in the light, if it's just empty, don't go there. Don't go into an empty light. But if there are people on the other side of that light, people welcoming you into a place of heavenly worship and things of that nature, go, go, go. Now, as you pass, some of you will not have a choice. It is true. You will go where God wants you to go. You will be in the consciousness of the spirit. Once you leave this body, it is not a perpetual coming back, coming back, coming back. That is not what he is intending. This is not, it's a prison planet for only those that believe that it is. They set their beliefs on that, and that is what they will encounter. Your belief system has much to do with what is going to happen after you leave here. If you believe in the light, in the spiritual realm, in heaven, in all the good things that are there, then that's where you will go. Remember, you must be a spiritual person here to rise into the higher spiritual realms there. If you have ignored God and are not capable of understanding God or just do not believe in God, you are not going to go to a higher realm. You are going to pass back into a life that will be relived, correct? He's saying nothing. But anyway, I think that he has an opinion about it. I feel it very strongly. So anyway, what is that opinion, by the way?
Will.
Will? What is
Yeah.
your opinion of that?
Of that, of what?
Of coming back. If you are not a religious person, you will definitely come back to this planet. I thought you had an opinion. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's someone else.
I had an
Our
opinion.
vibration, our mindset, our belief systems
Yes.
are a part of how we create our reality after.
Of course.
This
Yes. I
death.
just said that. Yes.
Yes. And our limitations of our belief system are going to either cause us to reincarnate continually
Correct.
through this idea of time. And
So
if one finds their way to heaven, it's a find based on our belief system and our vibration.
right. You have to work for that vibration.
Yes. Yes. Through your experiences, well, you allow it to happen.
Right.
When you work to it, it's counterproductive.
Well, not necessarily if you do the prayer and meditation.
Yes, because that's a part of the vibration of the tuning of the vibration.
Well, yes, that's exactly what I was saying, is that if you work as a spiritual person on this planet, you will end up in a spiritual place. If you do not work on it here, you will not end up in a spiritual place out here. You will come back until you do find a spiritual life here.
That is one way of looking at it.
Yes.
The higher your vibration, the more choices you have for
Oh,
the
of
next
course. Yes,
incarnation.
yes. Yes, it is true. That is true.
Because with a lower vibration, you think you don't have choices.
With a lower vibration, you have fewer choices.
Yes.
All right. Very good. I think we covered that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Not on this end.
Not on this end. Let me just check the YouTube chat really quick. If there is. Nope, we're good.
All right, then I can bring someone else then.
All right, perfect. Thank you. It's such a joy that you were here. Thank you.
It was my first time here, and I hope to be called back because there's so much to reveal. All right, much love to you.
Much love.
We are the Sahai from Sedona, the Elven world.
That would be our friend Yana. Let me
Yes.
go ahead, Yana.
How do you pronounce it in your world?
We pronounce it the city, but I think that's more the general way. The Sahai is your collective, I think.
Yes.
Thank you so much for initiating this contact. I am very curious about you because a friend of mine, Jaap van Etten, who lives in Sedona, contacted you and have written about you and said that there is a willingness from your society to ours as both being human being humanoid in one collective to once again reestablish contact. So I would like to do that on Monday. I'm going to contact you with your permission. But as for now, I would like to give us a bit of perspective of who you are. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, I can.
Thank you so much.
There are many beliefs about elves and elven worlds and things of that nature, but we are not exactly the same as all those fictitious elves and elven beings. They are very strong and warlike, but we are not like that exactly. We are more elemental. We are more of great understanding where this earth has come from and where it is going. That is why contact must be reestablished with all different worlds that exist in this universe with your peoples. It is not just our community that needs to reestablish communication, but it is all those that are in this universe that need to establish communication one with another. And we are making a step forward in that
direction.
well, we are making a step forward to do this because we feel it is a great need at this time. This era that you are living in at this moment seems to be devoted to a lot of confusion, not you necessarily as a people, but as a general populace. Your people are confused and separated and do not understand what it is to be free because they are forced into family units and forced into areas where they only care about certain individuals, and the rest of the world they can let it go and not worry about it. But we see that this is a time when everyone should be gathering their friends, reaching out to others, helping the world, and finding the ways to connect to it in the greater ways. And that is why we are here now. We want to connect to a world that is wanting to connect to each other.
Beautiful.
And as we do this, it is difficult in this day and age to do that because there is so much separation.
So in making contact, would that be a more telepathic contact, or on what dimension within the earth do you reside? In what vibrational state?
It depends on the human beings how we connect with the earth. We must connect to the earth in a way that it is comparable to a good understanding of humanity. We do not want to connect to a place where there is no understanding. We must connect with each individual in a different way because we see that each and every one is different. We are not in your world as third dimensional beings. We are outside of your world and in the natural world as fourth dimensional beings or beings right outside of your realm that you cannot see.
Yes.
The reason we do not speak to you more is because we've been harmed by humanity so much that it is difficult for us for some of our people, I should say, to make friends again with humanity. But it is time that we all come together to do that. The earth is being ruined by your people, and you could care less about that. And we need to get you on an awareness that the structure and the future of this planet depends on how well you take care of this earth and how well you are taking care of each other as well. We do not see the proper alliance between man and earth at this point, and we do not see the proper alliance between man at this time. So we would like to come through in a thoughtful realm, in a elven thought process to bring forth the understandings of what you are missing in your perspective on these subjects.
Thank you so much. I will give room for others who have questions. I will continue this conversation with you on Monday in our time. Thank you so much.
Very well.
Thank you. Is there a question there or?
I do. Yes.
Okay, we'll do that and then we'll come back to Susan. Go ahead, Will.
Thank you for being here.
You are welcome.
And I'm curious about the light that you brought in before coming into Jim's body. It was a yellow-orange light that filled the room, and I'm just curious as to what that was.
Joy, the yellow and orange are happy and joyous colors. They are that of also of radiant colors, meaning that we are radiant beings in the sense that we want to bring that kind of understanding to your people. We are bringing our light to you. We want you to see it. We want you to know it. We want you to feel us. So yes, we will bring that light to you so that you can see that we are of a friendly, joyous, happy nature. And we want to bring that kind of joy to your planet. We are joyous and happy with one another in the elven realms. And so it is that as we are that way, we are now going to try to reach out to you as individuals in that way. Of course, many of us here in the elven realm were not so happy about this decision, but they have come around to this point. It took a while for them to be all in agreement, but now we are. And so that is what you see when we come in.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. He was able to see that light in the room when we came in. I wasn't aware that he was able to see that. I don't know if anyone else saw it or not, but that is our colors, orange and yellow. We are bright. We are understanding. We are of the joy.
Beautiful. So people can check back in the video and look and see if they see it.
Very good.
Okay, Susan has a question. Go ahead, Susan. Michelle saw it. I figured she probably did, but Michelle saw it. Susan, go ahead.
Hello, thank you for coming. So my question is, I connect often with the nature beings, elemental beings, and channel them and speak their light language, etc. And I found out in December that this year I'm in 2024, I'm supposed to my spirit guides want me to do public speaking in front of groups of people, and I'm still formulating what I'm to speak about, but I'm just wondering if I'm meant to as part of that share my experiences with the nature beings, with the elemental realm, to make you more well known to humanity, um and bring us together, yeah, in a sense of community, rather than separation. I wonder if you have any insights about that.
You are well known in the elemental communities. You have been able to pierce through the veil, so to speak, and speak to those in the elemental communities that have long been silent and long have been afraid to speak to human beings. There are a few of you in this room that have done so. In that, saying that, you are also seeing and knowing how they react to human beings with joy and happiness, and also sometimes fear and withdrawal. The thing is, let everyone know that we are of joy, that the elementals are about joy, that they are about communication, they are about connection, they are about bringing light to the world, and to be more transparent with the human race. We are not all fearless, but we all are ready in some way to be able to step out and be courageous. Let's put it that way. We are not fearless, but we were courageous. Courage does not mean that you do not feel fear. Sometimes when you are being courageous, that is all you do feel. But we do not want to feel fear for humans anymore. We want to feel alliance. We want to feel comfortable. We want to feel loving and guided and directed with humans. And many of you will welcome us, but many others will not. And so we must be careful, because we can be damaged very easily. We are not strong-bodied like you are. We are not strong, and we have good minds, but we are not physically able like you are to be in your realm, except in the way that we are. But we will communicate, and we will find a way to become more noticeable to you. Remember
Wonderful.
that we have our own language, and it's difficult for us to speak perfectly to you, but we are doing our best.
Okay, and what dimension do you reside in the most? Are you
Fourth.
more, you're fourth? Okay.
Right outside of yours. We are actually not far from yours. It's a borderline. You can see us out of the corner of your eyes sometimes. You can see us running and scampering sometimes, but then you don't see anything.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'll definitely perhaps call on you to help me be courageous this year.
Courage is necessary for the coming years. You all must have courage. We are mustering our courage to help humanity. There are many of those outside of your realm that their courage is not yet mustered, and that I think that's the right word. Their courage is not yet there, and they are trying to stand on their own 2 feet to present themselves to Earth and the people thereof. First contact will be coming very shortly. It is impossible for it to stay away.
I definitely look forward to that. So thank you very much for your beautiful messages.
You are welcome.
I'll connect with you in the future. Thanks.
Yes. Any other questions?
I'm just double checking, but one moment. One moment. I lose my, I get so enraptured in what's being said that I lose my my place on the YouTube
Is
chat.
understood.
So at this moment, I don't believe so.
Very well. There are others waiting to come, and I am so glad that you received me today. This is a first step for us. First steps are necessary for a journey and for a trek. And we are making the first steps into your realm as a greeting, an understanding. We want to be known, but yet be careful with us. We are easily harmed.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
There is someone who has asked for the snake people to come. Perhaps it is time for us to speak. Who calls?
I believe that would be Susan. Is this Marduk of the Sumerian?
Yes.
Marduk, welcome. And I will turn it over to Susan. Go ahead, Susan.
Hello, Marduk. Thank you for coming. So in December this year, I was told I had a connection with serpent beings as well as dragons. And then a couple weeks ago, I channeled you for the first time. And I found out that your father is Enki, who I've also channeled before. And I felt a strong kinship to you, that maybe I even was you in a parallel lifetime, is kind of what I was sensing or feeling. Like I felt very much like you were a part of me or connected to me very strongly. And I'm just wondering if you have any information about our connection, and also why this is coming to my awareness now, my connection to the serpent beings, and any information you can provide would be welcome.
We are like elementals in many ways. We are out of sight in different spatial anomalies. We do not interact with humanity as much. We are part of the Naga, which is a positive thing, not a negative thing. The Naga are good, but some of them are not. But the ones we are connected to are the good Naga. And we strain ourselves to become well known in many places throughout the universe. We cannot know humans the way we would like to know humans. But yes, we've had a past together. We've had many things together, but you were not me ever. But I was close at hand with you in 2 other lifetimes. So your familiarity is that.
Beautiful. Is there any... Oh, go ahead.
The light strains my eyes. Forgive me for not opening them.
No, that is fine. Is there any other message you'd like in general to share with humanity about your race?
We are very curious beings to you. We are not like you in any way. We do not have the great organs and things. We do have a heart. We do have other things within us, but we do not operate on the same kinds of energies that you do. Our energies are different. Our energies are spatial energies. We draw energies from between the planets, from between the worlds. We draw energy from nebulas and suns. It is hard for you to understand how we exist or even how we can look, because we do not always look the same. The way that the energies interact with our beingness creates an image that may differ from time to time. As it is strong, we may be larger. As it is weaker, we may be smaller. We are of diffuse light and energies like that. We are not like other beings. It is hard to tell you.
Okay, I'll connect with you again and channel you and obtain more information about our connection. But thank you for coming through and connecting that we've had lifetimes before. That's a great help.
I've had lifetimes with other people in this room as well. But remember, you were like me in some ways.
So I was a serpent being?
You were like that. But I wouldn't say that we look like serpents necessarily all the time. But as you connected with me, I was in that state of reference. Right now, I do not look like a serpentine being. I look different. But remember, the energy and the light that comes through me is from other realms and between the spaces of the universe. I do not need the sun. I do not need light, but I do use it if it's a source of energy. We are not like you.
So do you have a home planet?
No.
So you just exist in various galactic realms?
Correct.
As you will.
Our favorite places are in the nebulas, the great dusts nebulas, where we can hide more easily and not be noticed. The suns there are still bright, and there is much for us to do there, and much food and energy for our beingness to survive.
Hey, wonderful. Thank you for all that wonderful information. I'll let you go on and answer other questions. So thank you very much for coming. It was a great pleasure. Much love.
Very well. Thank you.
There's a question from the YouTube chat asking if you are friends, so to speak, with dragons.
Dragons are in bodies. I cannot call what I am a body.
Okay.
But we know of the dragons, and we know of all species, for we connect through tendrils of energy to all beingness. We know when there is life forms around, for we are a life form nonetheless, although we do not appear to be anything at all, except the shift of the light to some. But yes, we know of the dragons. We are not of the dragons, but we know of them.
Okay. Thank you. That's clear. That's all the questions we have on this side.
There are angels that want to come now.
Perfect. Okay.
Be well and know that in every bit of space, there is life. You may not feel it or know it, but it is there everywhere, always.
Thank you for that. Very important to know. Much love to you.
Greetings, I am Michael.
Welcome, Michael. How are you? Thank you for being
I
here.
am well, and Gabriel is here with me as well.
Perfect. I believe, who was it that asked for Archangel Michael? Oh, here he comes. So, all right, someone in your room. All right, go ahead.
Yes.
Hello, thank you.
You're welcome.
I often hear that many people channel you, and I wonder, how do you choose to embody someone?
There are those that say they channel me, but they do not. They bring in something that they believe is me, because what they are trying to do is create an illusion of greatness for themselves. And I do not cooperate with that kind of illusion. But yes, I do interact with people because it is our way of bringing truth and understanding and reality to the people. I dwell in the mental portion of the mind. That is how I connect. I am not physically here, but I am mentally here. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
There are channel areas in the brain, and I use as many of them as I can find to get through. But remember, if there is someone channeling me, so-called Michael, and they are not bringing forth positive truths, then please ignore them. What other
Okay.
questions you have? I want to come through to humanity in a very positive way to show them that their light is worth shining and that we are helpmates for humanity always.
I ask this question because I've often, it's been directed to me that I have that type of vibration.
Yes. You have a vibration of angelic beingness. And the reason is because you have been around many angels in the past, and you also have volunteered to be here, but you are not from the angel realm. But you have volunteered to be here to be an enlightenment for this world. You know angels personally, but you are not from that realm. But you do have an angelic aura about you. We see it and we know it. Thank you for that. You understand us in a way that others do not, perhaps.
Thank you for that information.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
There are questions if he's finished.
I am.
Okay, Mary has a question. Go ahead, Mary.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Thank you for coming in, Archangel Michael. First of all, I am from the angelic realm.
Yes.
And I have a question about an adult son that I have that is troubled, that I have sent out prayers to. And I wanted to ask, would you give me your insight and a word on how this will turn out in your eyes, in your words, please?
All right. I know of whom you speak, and they are going through difficult times. And they are going through a place where they do not believe anything. They are not really understanding of spirituality in any way, shape, or form. And the reason for that is because of the father image in the family. The father image has not portrayed any godliness or kindness or any of these natures to the particular child, although he was very respectful of the parent. Now, it will turn out all right, even though you may not see that in your lifetime. It will turn out to be a positive thing. Your prayers will not go unanswered, but it will be something that God wants you to continue to do on a continuous basis. Only prayer and meditation can change this person and their understanding that there is a spiritual community looking out for them.
Thank you. The connection that he has with the ungodly father. There is also another one that has the cord or the strong connection as
It's
well. It is a female.
Yes. Yes, I understand. You're praying for her as well.
Yes.
Do not worry. Your prayers will be answered. If you are faithful and just, how can he refuse to answer your prayers?
Yes. Yes. Well, blessings. Blessings. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, Michelle has a question. Go ahead, Michelle.
Greetings, Michael. Thank you for coming.
Greetings.
Recently, me and all of you, because I called you all in, collectively did a healing on somebody who had an energetic attack, and she suffered severe nerve damage in her hands and feet. I woke up. I believe it was the next day or the day after. It could have been either one, and I saw the number 223. And as when I woke up and looked at the clock, it was 223. And to me, that's what I look for when I'm part of doing these healings. You know, a miracle healing is about to unfold. So could you give me an update on this being that we collectively did a healing on? And
there is improvement. The healing is a continuous one as they continue to believe that the healing is true and honest. They will be healed completely, but they must keep their belief system intact. They must not falter. Remember, God is one that gives those of faith what they ask for.
yes, that absolutely makes sense. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Joan. Joan has a question.
Greetings, Michael.
Yes.
Oh, I have a question about my dream about. I dream about a white lotus flower, and when I water it, it transforms into a white hummingbird. And then while he's walking, it transforms into a big bird. Can you tell me what's that? I mean, what's the meaning of that?
The lotus flower is a symbol of creation in some ways, also of Metatron's diagrams of universe and other things. It is symbol and mathematical symbols of many things, and there are many different understandings of it. But as it turns into a hummingbird, it is something of a life form of its own, that is one that looks for the nectar in life. Nectar and sustenance from the flowers, from the plants, from the trees, etc. And as it becomes a larger bird, it also makes a home in the trees, in the understanding of nature. And so this is how humanity came about as well. First from a creative standpoint, then of one of learning how to get sustenance, and then learning how to live in this world. You are dreaming about another way of life, another way of being, another understanding. And it is a more natural understanding, not a more technological one. But you are going back to the earlier parts of mankind and seeing the truth in the basics of how man exists in the wild and how he can be greater as a natural being rather than a technological one.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Well, and also I have one more dream that they show me about this Italy, that they're telling me to learn the history of Italy, and and well, they're showing me the video on my dream, and they told me that they learn the history of Italy, about how we're going to help the the energy or healing the past. I guess that's what they're telling me, but why they tell me that? And
there is a deep history in Italy from the Roman Emperor, even before the Roman Empire. And so Italy has been healed and rehealed many times, but it still needs even more healing. You know that is where the small area of where the Pope lives is, and it is a renowned area, and I see that there is darkness trying to destroy that area. But light must be learned and shown to this area of the world. It is that there are many things to learn about this place, many kinds of thoughts, many kinds of religious thoughts, many kind of spiritual thoughts. The Vatican is a home that is being disrupted at this time. It needs to be restored, but it cannot be restored with some of those negative beings that are there. It is not as bad as some tell you. They're not drinking babies' blood and things of that nature, but it is definitely gone astray.
do they call me to go out there or to do
They
some?
call you to pray for this land, learn its history so you can pray for it in a much more close way, because history is attached to all things that are wrong with this realm.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. We have some questions in the YouTube chat that I'd like to go through.
I wanted to add something to that
sure.
last thing. The Pope that we have at this time, he is a good man and trying to do the right things for his people, but many are against him and seek his demise. And that is not a good thing. And you must understand, there is many that are not doing the will of God in this area.
Thank you for that. The Pope recently said that people using surrogates to have babies should not be allowed. Do you agree with that?
I do not agree with it 100%, because a life is a life, and if it's going to be taken care of well, it should be given a chance to live. And through a surrogate, perhaps a life can be brought forth to a good family. But I understand why he does not agree with it. And there are many things in history why he does not believe in it. And there are some religious ties to that as well. But it's a sketchy area. Let's put it that way.
Okay, perfect. I know there's a lot of things that are.
I would spend all day trying to explain to you why he doesn't like that.
Okay.
There is some negativity involved in that in some areas.
Okay.
But not all areas.
Okay. All right. There's a question from Swazi in the chat, and she asks, are we born with an innate nature of the soul or PVS life? I'm not sure what that is. Or previous life. Sorry, are we born with the innate nature of the soul or previous life? I'm sometimes very quick to anger, sometimes, and other times I don't react much at all.
Yes, sometimes the past life can come through to this life, and you have to forgive it. You have to understand that it's not who you are meant to be. Sudden anger is a trap. And so sudden anger can be a problem and can cause more problems than it alleviates. In fact, it never alleviates any problems. But to be also not aware of the problem is also a problem. So be aware of everything around you, but slow to anger. It is that you must be in control all the time. It is that you must know God, for he is kind and good and righteous. And you, if you follow God in the way that he wants you to, you'll be slow to anger and rich in knowledge and wisdom.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Then Kadambari wants to know, can a human soul be forced to reincarnate if it doesn't want to reincarnate as a human on planet Earth?
That is a good question. It depends on the individual. It can be forced to reincarnate somewhere else. Usually when you do pass from this planet, there are decisions to be made, unless they were made prior to your passing. That has happened in a multitude of times. When you are disobedient, when you do not do the will of God, when you are mindless about your actions, then it can be given to you that there is things that you need to work out in the next life. And so another life will be given in the same place or in another place that will give you similar lessons that you must learn. So, but if you learn your lessons, if you are able to get past all these things in life and not be confounded by the earth, and confounded by negative ways, then you will pass into a different kind of understanding, a different kind of spiritual life, a different kind of spiritual being.
But you still will learn your lessons regardless. You don't escape.
Absolutely, you must learn them.
Okay, perfect. Okay, there's a question from Rosangela. She says, Michael, thank you for watching over me. I feel yours and other angels' presence. A being touched my face a couple of nights ago and took me to see the universe. What was the message?
The message was that when you come out, when you are spiritually enabled, you may see greater things in your mind than other people can see even with their eyes.
Perfect. And then Lizzie Sunshine says, hi, Michael. I've been seeing 12:19 on the clock, and actually it just was 12:19 a few moments ago, on the clock since I was a little girl. Can you tell me what this means? Is there a message of some kind? Thank you.
12:13
1219.
1219.
Yes. And it's
Right.
just now 1223 on my side of the world. But I feel like at the time she wrote this, it was 1219. Yeah.
1219 might have several different things. 12 is a holy number. 12 is a number of completion. 19 is a number of beginnings, because 9 and 1 is 10, and 10 is a 1. And so out here, that would be a holy number with a beginning number, meaning that there's always going to be something new in your path, something always going to be happening that will bring new thoughts, new wisdom, and new understandings. Even as a child, when you were learning, the number 12 became important to you as it is in the universe, as it is with all things. 12 disciples, 12 parts of the universe, actually. 12 many different things, zodiac signs.
Months.
12 times 12 is 144, and 12 tribes of Israel, and etc. And 19, 1 and 9 is 10. So that is actually a 1 is a beginning number and a 9 is a finishing number. And if you put them together, they're also a beginning number.
Okay, perfect. And then Solaris says, recently in the astral, I met myself, but I was faceless. I didn't have a face. What does that mean to be faceless?
It means that the face that you have now is not existent in that realm that you were in. You were in that realm, but you were not the same beingness. So your face belongs to only you. And in that realm, a different face is who you are, and they would not show it to you.
Okay, thank you for that. Wendy has a question. I'll come back to the YouTube chat in a moment, but let's go back to our room. Wendy has a question. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. During my meditation the other day, there was a hand that came up and gently caressed my left cheek, and almost like a mother would hold a child's face. And I'm wondering who that was and what message were they sharing with me at the time, because I didn't get anything from that.
All right. That was Mother Mary. And she was just showing kindness and motherliness to you, and to show you and tell you that spirituality is your highest purpose, and that she is with you and granting many of your thoughts. Now, there is someone that will watch this, that Mother Mary is their higher self, but I do not see them here. So, oh yes, maybe they. I'm not sure. No, I don't see them.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Well, then, good. I'm on my path.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have for now.
Okay. Was there any questions in your room or no? No? Okay.
No, I do not think so.
Okay, I'm going to go right back to the YouTube chat for just a moment. Mirza Nova, I hope I said that right, Mirza Nova or Mirza Nov says, who is Herut and Marut? It's either Herut and Marut or Herut and Marat. Is it true they are fallen angels like they mention in the Quran? Or the Quran?
The Quran?
Yes, thank you. They're Herut and Marat, or Harut and Marut.
Harut and Marut changed their names because they were fallen. That is not their original names from the angelic realm. But Herut and Marut is their names that they've given themselves, so that they may live and not be noticed by other angels. But we know who they are. Yes, and they are fallen angels.
All right, thank you. And then the other question is from just a lot of initials, Love Life, Omnipresent. He says, what is 148 or 44 or 88?
148?
He has one dash, like it's like a date. It would be January 4th, 8, but it wouldn't be, it's just 1-148 or 44 or 88. Come over, come over. I don't know what that means.
That is vague.
Okay, maybe you can clarify that, Gigi, and we'll come back to you.
I need something a little bit 148.
Yeah, I don't know. That's exactly what it says, so maybe he can elaborate that. And Alice asks, can you shed some light on cloud formation planes? They've been flying here in the UK for the last 4 years, or for the last few years.
Cloud formation planes?
I believe it's planes that are shaped like clouds.
Oh, well, they are not planes, they are ships. So there is no cloud formation planes, but the ships do hide themselves in the clouds and they move the clouds along.
Okay.
And yes, there are many of them around the world and many in England. England is a place that will see many different ships because the north part of the United Kingdom is a place where there is a lot of aliens. It's a very desolate part of the world. It's cold, it's very sparsely populated, and there is a lot of aliens in the water there.
Okay, thank you. Kat has a question. Go ahead, Kat.
Yes, hi. What is the story behind the Eye of the Sahara?
Eye of the Sahara?
Yep.
Eye of the Sahara. I am not sure what the story is behind that. Is it an Egyptian story?
No, it's like a geological formation.
Oh.
Yeah, it's around, it's like a concentrical circles, and its width it's about 40 kilometers. So it's like
giant eye.
What is that?
It's like a giant eye.
I don't know what is that.
A giant eye, like an eyeball.
EYE, giant eye.
It's like somehow a huge meteorite landed there and formed like from the space. It's only seeable from space because it's way too big, and from space it looks like like circles.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
That is the way Atlantis was as well. It was concentric circles. So this might be one of the places where the Atlanteans called home as well, but they took everything with them when they left. So if there's still some concentric circles there, that might have been an Atlantean area.
Uh-huh. It's in what's that country? Mauritania.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's also called Reichat. I don't know if it makes sense for you.
Well, yes. It is that concentric circles was how they dealt with making of Atlantis. Atlantis was made in concentric circles for many different reasons. And this place is also seen that way. But when Atlantis sunk, and also they took off all their other technology, this is probably where that was as well. I remember such a place long ago, but I have forgotten it now.
So it was actually a city built there.
Yes, it was actually a city. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, it was not it's not a crater.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a crater, but it looks like a concentrical
Yes, it's
circles.
not a crater. It was actually a city at one time.
Interesting. Very nice. It's
not
like
a
I said.
crater from an asteroid or anything like that. No.
Yeah, like I said, it's 40 kilometers wide. So
Yes, it's very big.
my second question is, what are gifts when like personal when someone receives a gift?
All right. You mean of the spirit?
Yep.
All right. There are many different kinds of gifts to be given, and not all gifts are given. You have all the gifts within you, but in this lifetime, only certain gifts belong to you in this lifetime. And those are the ones that will come forward. If you are to have the gift of empathy, which is knowing how other people feel and be able to empathize with them, that is one gift. And channeling is another gift. That is something that not everybody can have because not everybody knows how to do it properly, or is many people are afraid of it, or whatever the case may be. It may not be for their life this time. Also, if these gifts come forward in your life, then you know that they are for you. But in the soul, there is every gift imaginable.
Yeah.
What gift is it that you are looking for?
No, I'm not looking for any gift. I was once a long time ago, 13 years ago, with my teachers back then, and he was sitting next to me, and then he looked at me and he said, "You received a gift." I'm like, and I didn't perceive anything back then. I wasn't that advanced.
Well, maybe it was a gift of spirit.
Yeah, it was something from spirit. I imagine it was something uh, uh, that would fulfill your back then my spiritual space.
I'm looking at that moment, and from that moment on, you became more aware of things around you. It was a spiritual gift of awareness.
Okay, that's I love that the awareness thing. It's for me. It's just the ultimate thing for us.
That is the gift you received.
Wow. Well, now I'm amazed. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I since then I've increased my self-awareness, and I think it's the ultimate thing, in my opinion. Of course,
Yes, and that is what you received at that moment.
Wow, that's nice. I feel.
You relate to that now. As you feel what I say, you know it's true.
Yeah, I felt it. I felt it in my body.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Joan has another question. I'll just circle back to her. She says, during my meditation, I felt I was plugged into something. Then I felt a heat wave on my crown chakra. Then I felt a strong pulsation on my third eye, and I almost passed out, but I stopped. I felt excited and worried. Can you tell me what's going on in this process of meditation?
Do not feel worried. Feel excited, yes. But you are being spiritually blessed. The blessings are ecstatic. They make you happy, and they make you, but they're not to be feared. They are to be accepted and to be brought in. Heat is healing. There was something in your crown or in your brain that was healed at that moment, and when it went to the third eye, so that your something in the psychic area was also healed. So be not afraid, just accept it. It was a beautiful, beautiful gift.
Thank you. And then Michelle has a question. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi, Michael, again. Thank you. I have two questions. The first one, was Gabriel around Karen this morning? And if so, does he have a message to relay to her about a project that she's working on?
For who?
For Karen.
Karen Priya Prishna?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Krishna Priya?
Sorry. Yeah.
Gabriel is working with Krishna Priya. She is one of the chosen ones. She can give readings that are very accurate, and they are becoming more accurate. And her future is that of speaking to more people in more closely regarded areas as special. Now, let me try to explain this. She is going to be speaking to groups of people that will understand completely what she's talking about. She wants to speak to women about a certain subject. Is that correct?
I'm developing a course that I would say primarily would be picked up by women, for sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this will be very successful.
Oh, great. Perfect. Thank
So
you.
Gabriel was trying to give you that thought process, bring that thought process to you, and tell you that he is with you on it.
Perfect. Yeah. And today I was working on just outlining the actual class, the modules,
See, no one knows about this class,
yeah, this
but it is for women most likely.
Yeah.
Very well. Then that is what it is about.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. My second question is, there was a UFO filmed in Kyrgyzstan, December the 8th.
Yes.
Could you enlighten us as to, are they supposed to be here at this time? And are they benevolent?
It was a warship, actually, and it looked like a warship. It was not your regular spaceship. What was seen there was extremely large and had a lot of different things hanging off of it. It looked like it was a warship, and it was from Orion. No, they did not want to, they were not wanting to be seen. They got drawn into a vortex because they were having some problems with their engines, their energy. I don't know how to explain it, but they got pulled into that. They were not supposed to be seen by this world, but they were seen for quite a while, actually.
And were they stepping on anyone's toes like the Palladians? Were
No, they were not trying to do that. No, it was actually, they did not want to be seen. So no, they were not trying to be seen, but yet it was a mothership of a very armored type. It was very armored.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. There's some questions from the YouTube chat that I'll go through quickly. Speaking of aliens being seen or ships, there's a question from Anya about the recent events in Miami. She says, was it real aliens in the mall on the first day of the new year? What happened really? Thank you.
Yes, there was. They were there very briefly. They were there very briefly, and they actually thought they were going somewhere else, and they ended up in a mall. They were there too briefly to be photographed or seen, really. And even if you would have photographed them, they would have come out as a shadow because they were not in third density.
Okay, great. I actually there seems to be like one photo I think floating around of them, and they do look like they're in shadow, and the people that describe them as being shadow like.
Yes, they were not in third dimension fully. They were there only a short period of time. They
Mhm.
frightened a bunch of people, but no one was able to really photograph them because they weren't really there.
So I guess that answers the question: if aliens were to appear on Earth, how would people react? They would run and scream.
Yes, not very well.
Okay, all right. Um, let's see. There is a question about from Solaris. He says this, just continuing on what he was talking about his dreams. He said, "In my other dream, I saw myself talking to a woman, and I believe he as um himself, he had seen himself faceless, but in his other dream, his faceless self or his self, he was talking to a woman and the woman vanished. And then the other me said that wouldn't have ended well. What did he mean?
Well, it wouldn't have ended well because the woman that vanished was not someone that was good to meet at that time.
Okay.
It was the faceless person in that time was going to strike up a relationship with this woman, but decided against it, and it was a good thought.
Okay. All right. And let me see. Okay. Swazi wants to know. Swazi, you asked so many questions on. You need to come in our room. She says, what is the timeline for the new race of humans? Are we all changing to the new human?
We being humans, I am an angel, so I'm not involved in that. But when you say we as humans, you are changing into a higher being, but it is a gradual change. You will not see it like you will see something flash in front of you. It is such a gradual change that it will not be seen fully for a good while yet. But you are all changing, yes.
Okay, thank you. And Gigi came back with clarification, saying that I see 148 or 4488 on car plates, house numbers everywhere. And I guess the question would be, what does that mean?
44 is an 8. 88 is a 16, and it's a 7, which is a holy number. So 88 is money. Out here, 88 is directed about money, and 44 is also sort of pointing toward money, but is actually more about the state of your life at this time. If you look at it from out here, what the numerology of that means. And 148 is a combination. There's a 4 in 44 and an 8 in 88. So the 1 is beginning, the 4 is your life, 8 is money.
Okay, thank you for that. And then let me see.
At least that's what it means in your realm, from my vantage point to you. Somehow money is coming to you.
Okay, perfect. Swazi wants to know, and this is a good question actually, why is there no mention of you and in the Indian ancient books? Because they do, and she says, in the Indian ancient books, if angels, what? Let me read it again. Michael, why is there no mention of you? And in Indian ancient books, they mention if angels, though they're, oh, Swazi, honey, you got to type that again. I believe she's asking, why is there no mention of you or archangels in the Indian ancient books? But they do talk about beings that would be angel-like.
Yes, they have different names back then.
Right.
The different languages give different names to angels. The names that we end up with are usually from the Greek or from the
Roman,
Aramaic, or whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever sticks, that is what the name we have. But in the Sumerian times, we had different names. So they do show up in the writings. They do show up as a different kind of being that existed. That many of them say that they are what are they called? The ones that had wings that came to the earth. I can't remember their names right at the moment. But Anu and all those were part of their race.
In the Sumerian times, you mean?
Yes.
I don't know what they were called.
Anunnaki.
Anunnakis, yeah. Okay. See, I don't even know that. Okay. All right. Okay.
But Anunnaki had wings as well.
Okay, someone else asks if they can request healing for someone else, but then they don't say who. So I'll give you.
Well, I will go to them. Who is the person that wants to ask for the healing for someone else?
Mark Fragola wants healing for
I'll
someone.
come to you, Mark, and you can tell me who it is.
Perfect. Okay. And let me just check one more thing if there's any other questions. Christine wants to know if the place where the ship was seen, will
Yes.
that sighting change the negative beliefs in that country?
Oh, it already has. Yes, it does. It does change people's thought process. When they see something like that, it can't help but change the way you think and feel, especially if you were one that actually observed it. And how you portray it to others also has a great impact.
And she also wants to know, will the sightings of that country change the ruling party's grip on their citizens?
No.
Okay. All right, thank you. Mark says, actually, he wants to ask for healing for someone named Brianna. I'm not going to list the last name, to help with her trauma and alcoholism.
Very well, I know who that is from his mind.
Perfect, thank you. Okay.
I will go to her. But remember, she needs to accept my presence and what I have to offer. And sometimes it is difficult for these people to accept that when they're going through such hard times.
Yeah.
But I will show her that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope that she accepts that.
Perfect, thank you for that. Wendy has a question. Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you very much. Michael, in one of my dreams, I saw a large screen and it kind of looked like stripes. And I remember seeing it. It was almost, like I said, almost like a screen, like a big rectangle. And it looked like rainbow, like the colors, all in stripes. And the thought came to me, oh, a rainbow. And then I was like, but wait, it's like not a rainbow, it's on a square. So what was that exactly?
Well, that was part, you got to see part of the illusion of Metatron's cube. There's parts of it that are rainbow-like but the cube is mathematical color. It's mathematics, it's color, it's shape, it's many, many, many things all put into one.
Why was I being shown that?
Metatron's cube has meaning for everyone in one way or another.
Okay. And I know I use the colors for healing a lot for others when I'm doing
Healing,
work.
yes. Metatron's cube also has healing energies, yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It has all energies in it. It is a work of pure genius, and it actually defines the universe in some ways.
Beautiful. There was this time when I was playing the Native American flute. I really don't know songs on them. I kind of mess around with it to try to learn a few, but I really haven't learned any. But somebody actually a few people had the experience of like healing energy that occurred physically to them while I was playing the flute. And so I'm wondering, is this a gift that's just starting to come online? Is that why I was drawn to play that flute or the flutes? I have more than one.
The sound of a flute can have healing properties. It did in the Native American peoples. It did with the shaman. And so that has been passed down through generations.
Okay, that makes sense because of my Mayan and Aztec ancestry.
Yes. And so the flute, when played correctly or played with heart, with the right intentions, will be very healing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Many blessings.
Thank you. We have time for one more question. I'll give it. Kat has a question, but Kat, really, you have like 2 minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
What is there's a person living up to now 1500 years, and he wrote a book. Can you guess or tell the name of the book?
No, I don't know anyone that's lived 1500 years.
It's in the there was a clairvoyant who wrote some books very known, and in his journeys, astral journeys, he mentioned a person who lived, and he met that person actually.
Are you talking about Edgar Casey and Babaji?
No, the other one. And he has a school now, but I don't know if he's still alive.
A school?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Saint Germain?
No.
No, this is more esoteric than that. Obviously. This person had many names. So, but they finally created a final name and became a person. But they were not living 1500 years simultaneously, even though it may seem that way. There is no one that has lived that long on your planet. It is impossible to do that in your current realm.
Yeah, I guess so. He has. Well, what if he had the access
You would have to use magic of a very high quality to do that. I don't know of anyone that's done that, but he has remained secret to me. If he has lived that many years, that's a secret to me and has not been revealed.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
The only other person I could think of would be the guy from the Philosopher's Stone. What's his name?
No, it's quite recent, that guy, and he was making astral journeys, and in his book he describes his journeys.
I see. I do not know who that is.
Find out who it is. Let us know. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right. We are at the end of our time.
Very well.
Thank you.
I will go.
It was lovely speaking with you, and thank you to Archangel Gabriel as well.
You're welcome. Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Interesting webinar. Nice questions, nice beings.
It was a lot of there was a lot of energy. I felt a lot of that. Did you feel a lot of energy here back there? I did.
Yeah, there was a lot of people here. So
yeah.
I'm gonna make an announcement, hopefully with the help of Will and Jim, because I don't know all the details. So Will, step up, please.
Step up, Will.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, can you do the announcement, please? Because Angie had to scoot
Oh,
for the retreat.
Yes, you are invited
Thank
to
you.
come to the Hucolo gathering, April, or not April. Yeah, that's when the eclipse
Oh my
is.
gosh. Well, we
Um,
need Angie.
August 8th through August 12th, 2024.
Yeah.
this year.
At Ononda Park in Canandaigua, New York. It's a beautiful place, all encompassing, all inclusive, $6.95 per person. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Email classes@hucolo.org if you would like more information about it. I am looking forward to it. Krishna Priya is going to be there. Jim's going to be there.
I think Rob Gothier is going to be there.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. So at this point, he said that he might bring his family, but if not, he's going to come alone. But I still have to hear from him and make sure that that's true.
There's still plenty of time. We've reserved a really big cabin, and you can get individual cabins if you book early enough. Classes@hucolo.org.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we have next week, we have special guest, someone that's not been here before. And I'm just trying to find her name, but she's channeling the Mary group. It's she's a friend of someone that we like, a channel we like very much called Robin Jelinek. And this woman's name is, let me make sure I say it correctly. It's Jackie, and she channels, she's very good friends with Robin Jelinek, and she's channeling the Mary group. So she'll be here next week, and exciting to have her come on.
Mary, Mary group?
Yes, her name is Jackie Nelson, and she channels the Mary group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mary group.
I watched her channeling a while ago, and it was very good. And I'm so sorry that I don't quite remember, but it was right up our alley. So it'll be really nice, yeah, to have her here.
Excellent.
Yes, so that's next week, and then Jim will be back.
Yes.
And then Will be back. And then and then after that, we've got someone else coming back that we haven't had in a while. Someone else that I can't remember their. I'm really bad with. I need to read everything I say. So I'll tell you next week. It's coming after Jim in a couple of weeks. So okay, but next week the Mary group with Jackie Nelson.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, let's do some.
Great day, everyone. Oh, you have to have prayers.
Yeah, we'll have Jennifer do a prayer, and we'll leave it there because we're right at the top of the hour. She turned on her video. Looks like she's ready to go.
Okay.
So why don't we?
Will's going to do a prayer.
And Will can do a prayer, but let's have Jennifer do it first. Ladies first.
All right.
Okay.
Beauty before age.
Wingshita ko no ha te kahi, winata kena na woha kono tina ke. Shiko hoko naka wanaka hana tika na nita che cheko hono watake.
The light is so bright at this time. Stand in it, bask in it, and be part of it. For you will rise, and it will be part of your message. It will be part of the love and compassion in you. It will be part of all that is within your mission.
Thank you. Go ahead, Will.
Ritia artahanira, arhahana ehea, shai arhana e kor athatiti aria, harshana he arahati tarahe, kotor ona araharetati tara, kotohotar he sanaheka, kaihi natakarata hatutahara, hari hashana e takoro, usa atakarata hitita, Shayakana hatara, isa atakarana hera, shayakataharana hera, satakara shaitsanahekarata.
You have been given signs in the sky and movements of your heart, emotions and thought processes that are different than anything that you have felt before. This is the time you are knowing that this is a different era, a new era, a time for awakening, a time for you to stand on your own 2 feet and to bring in the masses to you. It is time for you to speak the truth deliberately and very courageously. It is time for you to know who you are in all things. It is time for you to see the light signals and the light passages through time and space. There are many things that you are witnessing now that are not things that you have witnessed before, but are becoming your part of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Interesting.
What? It was interesting, all right. That was different. I'm not sure I even understood it. So
In time.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you. And it's great to have you. Once again, thanks to everyone in the YouTube chat. We had Elga. Elga was here, but we had a lot of people. We had Met Wally, we had Swazi, we had Gigi, we had all kinds of people. Christine was over there in YouTube today, not in our room. So nice.
all
and
right. Have a great day, everybody.
Right.
Much love.
I feel like, what's her name? I see this person. I see that person. All
Romper
right.
room.
Yeah, romper room. All right, everyone. Much love to you. See you next week. And
All right.
have a safe week. Stay warm out of the snow.
All right. Very
All right.
good.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.